So this afternoon, I get to meet with Jaycel Gripon, and she makes a lot of yummy stuff, right?
Thank you. But yes, Ryan.
I'm so excited to meet with you, and I've read a little bit about you. You've done amazing things with your businesses, and I'm happy to be able to learn a little bit from you, and the other folks that watch this will be as well. So this should be great.
Yes, thank you. I'm so excited to be here, Ryan. Thank you for inviting.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so seven questions. So question number one: what do you attribute your growth to?
So I will say, I think my patient, and I always on the go. I'm always on the go. Like I'm just nonstop. I will say that. It's just when I kind of calm down. I'm trying to calm down, but I just can't. Like I'm always on the go. I'm always after everything I wanted to do.
That's
When it comes to
awesome.
the business, I'm always excited. I'm always waking up so early. It's just, the drive.
Yeah, so it's drive
Yeah.
and being patient. Those are kind of
Yes, yes.
that's hard for people with drive sometimes to be patient, right?
Yes, actually. Actually it's really interesting because when you have that kind of drive, like you're always on the go, and then when something is going on that's not falling into that plan and things that you like, it's kind of like, oh, it's frustrating. Like, you're trying to be on time, you're trying to do this, you're trying to have targets, and it's just things happening around you that's not like, on your control or something like that. So it's kind of like really opposite thing to have the drive and the patience sometimes is really like interesting to.
That's great. Yeah, it's a great point. Okay, so why do people come to you? What makes your business unique?
So I will say that when I started the business, I always include the people. Like, I always include my employees, I always include the customers. I listen to the customers. I make sure I have like that kind of connection. Like when they go to the store or to our stores that we're running right now, I always make sure that I connect with them. Like how they found it, if is everything good, and if they have like comments or stuff like they want and the next time they're gonna go visit, it's something that I want to like put that in mind. So I
Mm,
always connect. I'm always connecting with the people and make them feel like it's an experience to be in that store.
that's wonderful. I like it. Lots of smiles, right?
Yes, yes. You're not gonna go believe I recently bought a house and I have a housewarming party, and it's just because I'm an immigrant and I don't have a lot of people here in the U.S. Um, most of the people that went to my party is like the customers, like regular customers that became my friends. Yeah.
That's
So
wonderful.
so I kind of like build a really good friendship with my customers.
That's wonderful. I love it. Okay,
Mhm.
so if you had to start over again, what's one thing you would do differently in your business?
Um, I will say I'm not gonna say I will start it young because when I was young, I'm not that, smart, or I'm not that,
Hmm.
I will say if I will start all over again, I will make sure that I'm more knowledgeable. Like
Okay.
how I wish I went to the business school, how I wish I did that because I didn't finish college. All the things that's happening is like a trial and error. So
Hmm.
for me, how I wish I have that kind of knowledge. So when before I started it, I'm not gonna be doing trial and error. I'm not gonna go waste no time and stuff like that. So I know, because knowledge is gonna be your compass sometimes. Like,
Hmm.
well, most of the time.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the knowledge, you're shooting either here or here. You don't know where, and you're just basing on what you hear and this and that. So how
Yeah.
I wish I finished my school. Well, I'm planning to still, but how I wish when I was a little younger, how I wish I focused myself on learning about business and basic stuffs like um accountancy stuff, like
Yeah.
dealing with
Yeah.
numbers. Yeah. How I wish I did that. How I wish I am more knowledgeable.
That's great. Yeah, and you're not alone. Business owners whether they went to school or not. They don't learn all the things they need to know about business, right? You learn about your trade, or you learn about making something or growing something,
Mhm.
or whatever that might be. But actually learning about business is not something a lot of people do, even if they did go to college and finish their degree. So that's a good
Mhm.
piece of wisdom for sure.
Yes, it's like I mean, you're not gonna go learn everything to, if you went to school, but I mean, like at least the basic, especially like
Yeah.
example, the communication skill. Like, I'm from the Philippines and I don't have that kind of, I'm not that fluent when I got here in the US. So I'm kind of like I'm secluding myself. I'm
Mm,
scared. But
mm,
if I'm sure if I went to go school, like, I have that kind of communication skill, I have more vocabulary and the business vocabulary, maybe I'm more like the confident one
mm.
dealing with people and stuff like that. So I think that's the reason why I kind of like slow down a little bit, because I'm kind of like not too confident before, because I thought I don't have that knowledge, like.
Yeah, I never thought about education actually provides and produces confidence as well as knowledge.
Yes, I will say like maybe because the country like that I'm from, most of the people, well, everybody that has like that kind of good career, and everyone that has the businesses, they kind of like went to school. So
Uh,
for me, it's like a standard, it's a standard. But when I got here, it's a different story. It's just like, oh my God, I didn't know that.
yeah,
So, but if I was from the Philippines and I really study and have that kind of knowledge and education, I will say like when I get here, I'm sure like I am more like the confident one and stuff like that.
that's
Maybe
great.
it's because of the culture, but yeah.
That's wonderful. Okay, so what have been your biggest learnings as an employer since you started?
Um, as an employer, this is not about how you feel. This is not
Ah,
about how you feel. This is not about what you wanted. This is about
uh,
the business. So yourself and the business is a different. They're a different entity. If you want to be like, oh, I want to be successful. I want to do this and that. Some people will be like, oh, I want to go travel. I want to do this. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to the business, when you engage with that, the business will be like, oh, the business needs me to be there. The business needs me to be present. The business needs me to be more paying attention with whatever I'm doing. So this is not
yes,
about how I feel. Because if sometimes you feel lazy, you feel like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. No, you cannot do that. You need to just be like, you need to get up. You need to
yeah,
suck it up and be there.
yeah,
And yeah, this is about how I feel. That's what I learned. Like, as especially as a lady, sometimes people like us lady, we became emotional with things. It's like, oh, I'm tired. I don't want to do this no more. But like, no, you need to toughen it up. You need to focus on whatever the business needs and whatever the business needs you to do. It's not like what you just like feel.
yeah, yeah. That's great. I like that a lot. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The business got to keep going, right? Doesn't matter if
Yeah.
you feel a little down. That's too bad. Wham wham.
Hmm.
Suck it up, like
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah, put your bigger pants on. You
Yeah,
can't be just like crying on the corner. No. So that's what I've learned. And that kind of like really like gave me that kind of toughness, when it comes to
yeah.
like the US and the idea of dealing with the business and all. So yeah, it's not
That's
about
great.
how I feel. That's what I've learned.
I love it. Okay, so you're a go-getter and with a lot of
Yeah.
energy. How do you balance the personal life with the business life?
Oh my God, that actually when you gave me that question yesterday, I was like laughing because I was like, I don't have personal life. No, I mean, I will say that when I started the business, I was like kind of like, oh my God, where I'm going, where is
Yeah.
this? Like, what I'm gonna go do? Am I doing
Yes.
things right? Am I doing this? And that made me think like, hey, you don't have no room to mess up. Like you can't
Hmm.
mess up.
Yeah.
So if personal life, like, I made sure the people that's part of my life, they're aware of what's going on in my life. Like, hey, I'm a business owner. I'm busy. This is my schedule. If you can put yourself into that schedule, I would love that. But
Mm,
if you're not, I will understand it. And with me, I'm I'm inviting people, like let's say my friends, hey, come over to this location. I'm here. Like just to be part of it, just to still have that kind of connection with my friends. But all in all, I'm not the type of person that goes out everywhere, like, to just do something. I'm always like, I'm in the business and I make friends that understands. That's
mm,
the most important thing.
mm.
If you're gonna go choose the people in your life, make sure the
Yeah,
people that's gonna be around you are the people who understands, like who understands what you like, what you want, what you chose. And I always tell this to my people. This is what I signed up for.
yeah, yeah.
So, yep. And I'm trying to have that kind of balance recently. Like, I sometimes have like one day off, and then I'll be like telling some of my friends, hey, I'm available if you want to go, get some coffee, or,
Sure.
stuff like that. But I'm still trying to have that balance. But yeah, I'm just like, it's my priority. The business is my priority. So I
Sure.
choose the people who understand.
That's great. That's good wisdom. Okay. So when you're hiring employees, what qualities do you look for?
So, somebody like me, like, that if I see myself to them, like somebody that's have that kind of eagerness to, oh, I want to learn that, or I
Right.
want to, like the smile in their faces when they're talking to people. Like, I make sure that they're respectful enough, like to have the conversation to their customers and stuff like that. But yeah, and it's just you have that kind of feeling like this person is gonna be working hard or whatever, like, this person have that kind of love to the job. Because for me, since day one that I started working, I always love all the job that I've been, like
Hmm.
every job that I've been, like I love them. Like, because I put it in my head that if you love what you're doing, then you're not working at all. So that's my perspective. So I kind of like look for that to other people. And I always tell them, just think that it's yours.
Yes.
Because if you think that this business is yours, and then you are gonna go care for it.
Yes.
Of
Yeah.
course, it's not easy to find those people.
Yes. I was going to say,
It's hard, but they come along. Once in a while, you're gonna go find the different ones, but it's always a process.
yeah, positive attitude, people that like people, people that take ownership
Hmm.
of their job and enjoy what they do. And, but again, they have to have a good attitude to do that, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Absolutely. Okay, last question. What are some common misconceptions about running a business and how do you address those?
So what's funny is whenever you're running a business or people hears that you have this businesses and stuff like that, they're thinking, oh, this person is rich, this person have the money, or this
Mm,
person is having the best life of her life, like she can go anywhere, like, and or this person is like she can tell the people what to do, or the employees to do this and that. Well, that's not all true.
mhm.
It will happen maybe in the future, but not all the time it's like that. Because for me as a business owner, I don't really like see myself as a boss. Like, I'm the leader of my employees. I'm the leader. If I'm trying to tell you that you need to do this, and this is how you're gonna go make this, and I'll make sure I'm the first one who knows how to do it. So I kind of like put that in my head that I should be the best employee. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
yeah,
So yeah, so to the people that's thinking like I have time to go do this, buy this, yes, but at the same time, it's a matter of choices. Like me, I have a lot of holidays that I didn't even really thought that, oh, it's holidays. I need to go do this. I need to go do that. I kind of like put that on the side most of the time.
yeah,
And it's being the owner is just 24/7.
yeah, right. It is, right?
You think about the business all day long.
Yeah.
When you
Can
go
you,
home, you're thinking, and when you get up, you're thinking. You just nonstop. And some people are thinking like you're not in the schedule. Yes, I'm not in the schedule, but while I'm not there, there's a lot of things going on.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, so yeah,
How do you,
it's
how,
not
is
the
there, you have any, have you had any success shutting it down, like shutting your brain down so you're not thinking?
I
Do you not want to do that?
no, I can't because I know that the moment that you stop is the moment that you don't see getting, bigger. When
Wow.
you stop, you don't see the growth. You're not seeing no more growth.
Got
So when I have a partner before, and he was telling me, that's it, 3 locations, I'm done. This is exhausting. This is this. And I was like, well, yeah, sure. Like that's my reaction. Yeah, sure. But every time I see something that I want to do and like, a location that kind of like available, I'll be like, no, I want this one. And he was like, we have 5 locations now, and how you're doing that? I was like, I don't know. I said I will calm down, but I just can't. Every time I see something, I just don't want to stop. And I don't know if that's good. I
Well,
don't know if
you
that's
apparently
good.
your partner's been quite amazed by you, right?
Um, maybe because he's like, I don't want to deal with that, and he's like, okay, whatever, and he's just like, I can't believe like you did all that. Well, I'm sure he is wondering, like, where is this energy and drive coming from? But I just noticed, like, that I didn't know that I have this kind of drive and stuff, but when I was in the business, I kind of like, do it. I'm nonstop. Like, I'm just like
Yeah.
thinking, what's the next product? What else are we gonna do to get the attention of these people? How can we fulfill the satisfaction of these customers and stuff like that? So, and that's not him. He said, like, no, deal with that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jaycel, I think if we could all just get, a little scoop of your energy and of your drive, we'd all be much more successful. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Farron. Thank you.
It
Thank
was
you.
super fun. Yeah, well done.